All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking on Wion this morning, where India's Supreme Court today has come down heavily on CBI's plea seeking a probe against the West Bengal Police Commissioner who's been accused in the chit fund scam. Now, the court has said that it will hear the case tomorrow as there isn't much to it. Now, the Chief Justice of India, in fact, put the onus on the CBI to prove that the evidence in the chit fund scam was being destroyed by the Police Commissioner of West Bengal. Now, the top court also said that if the CBI is able to give the evidence, then it will come down heavily on the police chief, which he will regret. The West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, remember, is on a sit-in protest over the CBI's attempt to question the Kolkata police chief in connection with two chit fund scams. Now, she's sitting on protest outside of the Metro Channel on what she calls a Save the Constitution protest. Adding to the high drama, the Chief Minister had also skipped meals and remained awake through the night. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by my colleague Jessica Taneja, who has been tracking the developments very closely for us. Good morning to you, Jessica. Now, this is a case that came up in the Supreme Court. What exactly transpired there?
Well, good morning, Saleh. And we've already heard as to what the CJI told Tushar Mehta, who was representing the CBI today in court. CJI said that he's read the entire application and the contempt proceeding application as well. And he says that there is nothing in it. It's a very important remark, Saleh, because the CBI had pressed for urgency for hearing the matter. And when the CJI says that you need to give really solid evidence as to what is being tampered with and what is being destroyed by the Kolkata Police Commissioner, that the CBI wants an immediate hearing in the case. So looking at that, the CJI said that he's already read the case files and he's read the petitions and the interim application. He just wants to know where is that evidence that is being destroyed. But to which Tushar Mehta said that is an electronic evidence. And if the commissioner has been summoned 4 times by the CBI, but there hasn't been much progress. To which CJI Ranjan Gogoi says that he'll take up the matter tomorrow. And in the meanwhile, if there is any important evidence that Tushar Mehta, who's representing the CBI, can find that the evidence that is being allegedly being destroyed by the Kolkata police, if that can be proved, then he will take into account.
No, this case, as much as it is about legal matters, is also a political one. So considering that Tushar Mehta has been rebuffed by the Supreme Court here, this will be a big embarrassment for the central government.
Well, Saleh, in a way, when this has been pressed for urgent hearing, of course, there's been a lot of misconception as well. The probe was transferred to the CBI. It's not a Supreme Court monitored probe. And this had obviously come as a surprise when the Kolkata Police Commissioner was being arrested. But it's part of the probe eventually. But today what the court analysed was only on the basis of the interim application and the contempt proceedings that were submitted before it today. And to that, the court says that it doesn't find anything substantial for hearing urgently, wherein there were, of course, pleas made to hear it at the end of the board. But the judge said, along with CJI Ranjan Gogoi said, that if there is an important evidence, prove it, we'll hear it. Otherwise, it goes to hearing tomorrow. And even the counsel for Mamata Banerjee, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, had added points here and there, but the CJI dismissed that as well and said that this can be heard tomorrow. There is no urgency per se here. By going through all the applications and the contempt petitions that have been filed before the court. So, of course, not a lot of political bickering happening at this at this point in time. But yes, it somehow makes it clear that the CJI says there has to be something important. The evidence has to be produced. If you as CBI come and tell the court that the evidence is being tampered, the electronic evidence is being tampered by the Kolkata Police Commissioner, then there has to be some considerable proof to prove that it's being tampered with. So given that in mind, yes, this could be a little setback for CBI as well as the centre. Absolutely, indeed. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Jessica Taneja, for joining us and getting us the latest on this story. We'll, of course, be tracking the developments very closely as they unfold. Now, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is, of course, on a sit-in protest over the CBI's attempt to question the Kolkata police chief in connection with the two chit fund scams. She's sitting on protest outside of the Metro Channel on what she calls a Save the Constitution protest.
Now, adding to the high drama, the Chief Minister has also skipped meals and remained awake through the entire night on a makeshift dais. In fact, she'll be holding the state cabinet meet at the protest site where she has been camping. Now, the state budget is due to be presented today, which, according to reports, will be done via the telephone by the Chief Minister from the protest site. Meanwhile, the TMC supporters have begun preparations to organize protest rallies all over Bengal from 2 p.m. today. A high-level BJP delegation as well as an all-party delegation of the opposition parties, including the TMC, will also meet with the Election Commission today. Now, the whole fiasco started on Sunday evening when a team of CBI officials were briefly detained after they arrived at the residence of Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar to investigate him in connection with the chit fund scams. Now, the officials were denied permission. They were then incredibly bundled into police jeeps and whisked to a police station and detained temporarily soon. Now, Mamata Banerjee arrived at the police commissioner's residence, extending support to Kumar. The chief minister also accused the central government of carrying out political vendetta.
পুলিশ কমিশনার যার আন্ডারে কয়েক হাজার পুলিশ ফোর্স কাজ করে, তুমি তার বাড়িতে চলে আসছো উইদাউট ওয়ারেন্ট, তার বাড়িতে আসছো কি সিক্রেট অপারেশন করবে বলে? এত বড় অরাসিটি হলো কোত্থেকে? পায়ের জোরে ভয় দেখিয়ে ধমকি দিয়ে ভাবছো বিজেপিকে জেতাবে। বাংলার মাটি খুব দুর্জয় ঘাঁটি।
Right, now these are some of the dramatic developments that have taken place in the case since yesterday evening. The centre has, however, for its part said that the investigative agency was only doing its job.
CBI has got to do its job or not? And when CBI does it, it's political vendetta. When it doesn't do it, it's caged parrot. Let them make up their minds.
But the CBI has, of course, moved the Supreme Court seeking a probe against the West Bengal Police Commissioner who is accused in the chit fund scam. Now, the state government is also likely to appeal to the top court about the issue. The issue has already been petitioned in the Supreme Court and is slated to be heard tomorrow. Now, the Bengal government will be putting forth two important points in the top court. The state government claims that the central agency has violated a high court order that said that no coercive action should be taken against the officer and has also stayed the matter till the 13th of February. Now, secondly, since the Bengal government had withdrawn the general consent to the CBI, it claimed that the CBI Act is a breach of the state's privileges. Now, the face-off, however, is only escalating into a big political slugfest. Opposition parties in India are rallying behind Mamata Banerjee. Several political leaders, including the Congress President Rahul Gandhi, Aam Aadmi Party's Arvind Kejriwal, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister M. Chandrababu Naidu, RJD National President Lalu Prasad Yadav have all come out in open support of Mamata Banerjee. Now, Rahul Gandhi also called up Mamata Banerjee and extended support to her, saying that the entire opposition is together on this issue. Now, the BJP, for its part, is accusing the Chief Minister of trying to shield the corrupt and is demanding the imposition of President's rule in the state.
अपने लोग सीबीआई के लोग भेजकर जिसको अरुण जेटली जी सीबीआई एडवेंचरिज्म कहते हैं, वो यहाँ भी लागू है। उसको लेकर एक ऐसा वातावरण वेस्ट बंगाल में पैदा करना कि फिर केंद्र सरकार कहे तो यहाँ को कानून की व्यवस्था और संवैधानिक व्यवस्था खत्म हो चुकी है, ताकि वो कोशिश करके 356 लगाए। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि इस किस्म का प्रहार पहले कभी नहीं हुआ और सारी ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज को इकट्ठा होकर इसका विरोध करना चाहिए।
The West Bengal government and the West Bengal police has displayed scant regard, total disregard for what may be seen as constitutional propriety and what may be seen as clearly an attempt to somehow thwart and interfere with the investigation of the Narada Sharda scams, which are worth some 30-40,000 crores. It must not be forgotten that these scams are being investigated by the CBI on directions and orders of the Honorable Supreme Court of India.